A pleasure to meet y'all at last. So right now, it's your old May 12th. And at the moment, what I would like to go ahead and talk about is that when it comes to Avengers Endgame, of course, it was quite a sequel to the Avengers franchise. And what I would actually like to go on ahead to talk about Avengers Endgame itself is the fact that now there's actually end credits in them. But let's go further back on Avengers Endgame itself. Back then, a couple weeks ago, it didn't even have end credits at all. But now, here around the middle of May, it does have end credits. But what exactly are the end credits, you say? It's actually a trailer for the upcoming Spider-Man Far From Home film, which is set to release on July 2nd of 2019. And so, when I first saw this part back then, a few days ago, I thought to myself, what kind of end credits are those? Because after all, even though in the first 10-15 seconds of the trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home that is featured on every Avengers Endgame showtime at this point, it does show how Tom Holland's character actually does feel sorry for Robert Downey Jr. being killed off in Avengers Endgame. And so this does almost bring a little bit of when exactly Robert Downey Jr.'s character was actually killed within Avengers Endgame. But nonetheless, just to have a trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home as end credits for a movie like this, it's almost, it's unreal at this point exactly why would Marvel Studios decide to just go ahead and slap a Spider-Man Far From Home trailer as end credits towards a film like Avengers Endgame. And even though it has been a couple weeks since its first release, and even though its gross in the box office worldwide is actually gonna start rivaling Titanic's within the next week or so, if it does continue to play in every theater around the United States, I could just be sure that it's probably debatable exactly why would Marvel Studios go ahead and just be a little more lazier than ever by just simply slapping Spider-Man Far From Home trailers at the very end of every end credits showtimes for Avengers Endgame. It's debatable, of course, but going forward from now, I almost feel like that the first 10 or 15 seconds of that trailer that is seen in Avengers Endgame is somewhat fitting, considering the fact that, well, it just shows what the aftermath of the Avengers franchise would look like without the Iron Man character, of course. Without Robert Downey Jr., to be more specific. But Tom Holland, of course, and the Iron Spider armor, they really do prove just how unbelievable this new Spider-Man could be. And the fact that now the Iron Spider can really prove to be the next generation Iron Man. Because after all, Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr., they both had themselves quite a heck of a time in the Avengers franchise since 2016. But you know what? I'm going to go find out for myself and find out how well Spider-Man Far From Home is going to sit down based on the aftermath and so on and so forth about what happened after Avengers Endgame ended. And starting from that film and onwards, the Marvel Cinematic Universe could change its pace without the Iron Man character, or Captain America, as, of course, Captain America has had that point in time in Avengers Endgame. But nonetheless, I do hope that you continue to enjoy my content, and I also hope that whatever happens with Spider-Man Far From Home and every other film that is released after today within the Marvel Cinematic Universe really show that the Marvel Cinematic Universe can actually continue to keep up with work without the Iron Man character. And so, if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.